Today's film is a 2005 British psychological thriller, Match Point, and it requires a deep analysis and study if you learned only North American English. After you see this clip, you will have a deep understanding of British English.
Okay, so who was better or tougher, Hamlin or Agassi?
They were both great.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, you held your own more than admirably.
You held your own more than admirably. Hold one's own. Phrase. Maintain one's position against attack. Retain a position of strength in a challenging situation.
For a while. But as the game goes on, you see how really good they are. Actually, I'll get this.
No.
No, please,
no,
Tom,
no,
I
no,
insist.
No.
I
Get your
insist.
dirty, great forehand off.
Thank you. I'll get the next one.
So, do you need a lift after this?
Actually, I'm looking for a music store. I want to buy some CDs. Actually, I'll get this.
No.
No, please, Tom, I insist.
No.
I
Get your
insist.
I insist. I insist. Insist. Verb. Demand something forcefully, not accepting refusal. But he said, I insist. I insist. Why did he add s to insist like in third person singular present tense? Make a long story short, English people sometimes say it habitually. They, however, do not write it. You will confirm the details in film English in Korean. 영화 영어.
Get your dirty, great forehand off.
Get your dirty great forehand off. Get your dirty great forehand off. Dirty great. Dirty. Adverb. Informal British as submodifier. Used for emphasis. For example, a dirty great bow. Dirty big secrets. Get your dirty great forehand off. Forehand means a stroke played with the palm turned forward in tennis and other racket sports. It's a witty remark. Get your big hand off, and you're a great tennis player.
Good morning, Chris Wilton.
Rod Carver, good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
You'll be working under Alan Sinclair here.
Hi, Alan. How are you?
At first you may find the assignments a little unchallenging, but that'll soon change as you appreciate how things wash here.
Unchallenging equals not challenging. Adjective. Number 1. Of a task or situation. Not testing one's abilities. Number 2. Not threatening someone's position. Most English dictionaries defines it as a verb. Number 1, number 2. But here's the problem. Errors. But they'll soon change as you appreciate how things wash here. Wash. Verb. Informal. No object, normally with negative. Seem convincing or genuine. The story won't wash with me means the story won't be acceptable to me. At first, you may find the assignment a little unchallenging, but that will soon change as you soon appreciate how things wash here. If you translate it into your mother tongue, I mean your own language, like that, it means At first, you may find the assignments a little easy, but that will soon change as you appreciate how things are accepted here. The meaning turned preposterous. It could be as follows. At first, you may find the assignments are not quite challenging, but they will soon change as you appreciate how things flow here. Unchallenging equals not plus challenging. It is more natural to translate unchallenging literally in this case. But there is a change as you appreciate how things wash here. But there is a change as you appreciate how things flow here.
But I'm a great one for facing up to realities.
Your take on these realities is your own opinion and nothing else, and frankly, not everybody else is interested in hearing about it.
Tom, don't raise your voice to your mother, please.
I'm not raising my voice. I'm sorry, Papa, but she's always on this case, continually discouraging her via innuendos.
All I'm saying is acting so will-o'-the-wisp.
Innuendo. Innuendos. Innuendos. An allusive or oblique remark or hint, typically a suggestive or disparaging one. Will-o'-the-wisp, a phosphorescent light seen hovering or floating at night on marshy ground, thought result from the combustion of natural gases. A person or thing that is difficult or impossible to reach or catch.
Those that have it know it right off. To pursue it because you don't want to admit defeat to friends back home is frankly unrealistic. I'm sorry, but that's the way I feel.
Excuse me.
No.
It's okay, I'd like to be alone, thanks.
Well, thank you very much. And I'm sorry if I'm raising my voice now, but you know that's her Achilles heel emotionally.
He's right, Eleanor. I think you've had one too many G&Ts.
You've had one too many. Have one too many. Phrase. Informer. Become slightly drunk. G&Ts. G&T. A drink of gin and tonic.
Good afternoon, Ingrid. Samantha, what do we have for this afternoon?
Just the Saracen people at 2.
Can we push it an hour? I should be back in time, but if I'm not, please make them comfortable.
Chris, where are you off to?
Can we push it an hour?
Can you push it an hour? Means, can you postpone it for an hour? Whatever language you use, you'll understand the meaning of it intuitively.
You know, I bought Chris an ancient Greek fertility charm. Do you remember? I sent off for that fertility thing. He had to put it under his pillow for 2 months. And absolutely nothing happened, of course. Poor thing, I just subjected him to
I think he's firing blanks.
Hello?
Shut up.
I'll
I
never
sent off for
forget.
that fertility thing.
I sent off for the fertility thing. Send off or away for. Phrasal verb. Order goods from a distance to be delivered by rail, post, etc. That's the typical phrasal verb that cannot be divided. I've just subjected him to torture. Put or subject, etc. Someone to torture. Phrase, torture someone. Which one should we say? To torture, to the torture. Both are grammatically right. As you see, the word torture is basically a mass or uncountable noun they normally use to torture without modifiers, and to the torture with modifiers. In this case, it is therefore more natural to use the expression to torture. They think he's firing blanks. Be firing blanks. Also be shooting blanks. Phrase, informer. Of a man. Be infertile. Originated from blank cartridge.
Hello?
Chris?
Excuse me.
By all means.
Yes, darling?
Please relax.
I spoke out of turn.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
what are you two bickering?
Excuse me.
By all means.
Excuse me. By all means. By all means. Phrase. Of course. Certainly. Granting a permission.
Please relax.
I spoke out of turn.
I spoke out of turn. Speak or talk out of turn. Phrase. Speak in a reckless, tactless way. What are you two bickering about? Bicker about or over something or someone. Verb, no object. Argue about petty and trivial matters.
We're not making any moral judgments, just investigating a crime.
I understand. Look, if you have to get in contact with me again, to God in heaven, I hope you don't. Please call me on my mobile. It's my number.
Please call me on my mobile. If you say, please call me by my mobile, or please call me with my mobile, then it turned out to be weird because people don't use your phone directly. This is my number. If you have several mobile or cell phones, the sentence "they are my numbers" is right. When you have just one, "this is my number" is right. This is my number. That is my number. It is my number. Here is my number, etc.